It is my guess that one of two words is going through your mind right now: Republican or Democrat. Everybody raise your hand if you would more likely vote Democrat. Raise your hand if you're more likely to vote Republican. So more than not, the majority of us play a part of partisan politics, also known as partisanship. According to dictionary.com, partisanship is defined as support of a person, group, party, or cause. And the opposite of that would be bipartisanship. It is my opinion that the U.S. should dispose of partisan politics and move towards bipartisanship, because parties create tension among the people and have negative influences on the government. The first and scariest consequence of partisan politics is perhaps that it divides our people. According to Beetleheim, parties create confrontation amongst people. A good example of this would be social clubs here on campus. If there are two prominent social clubs, and two people join one of each, and then from there on, everything the other person does can be an attack instead of an agreement. And then, every time you do something, they're going to think the same thing. A lot of the times, it's hard to see the good in your enemy, right? So, in the same way, parties do this to people. Another example is me and Meredith Thornton. We have opposing political views, and sometimes that creates lots of tension in our friendship, because we can't talk about them anymore. Unfortunately, confrontation and division amongst people has not boded well for the United States in the past. The last time the United States was so divided as it is now was the Civil War, which caused 1,117,703 casualties and 617,528 dead, according to the Encyclopedia Britannica. The second and potentially detrimental consequence of partisan politics is that it divides our government. I don't know if any of you know, but party influence is a big part of elected offices. For example, many presidents have to deal with it because when a party supports you as a candidate, they support you publicly and financially. And today it costs quite a bit of money to become a candidate for the presidential office, for example. Many presidents have dealt with this. According to Creator Reference, a few examples are J.F. Kennedy, who quotes, "Sometimes party loyalty asks too much." Another could be Hayes, who quotes, he, the president, should strive to be always mindful of the fact that he serves his party best, who serves his country best. Another huge dilemma that partisan politics creates in government is that it creates stalemates. There are so many famous examples of stalemates currently going on right now, which are, for example, abortion, gay marriage, stem cell research, the war in Iraq, and tax cuts. All of these things I'm sure many of you have opinions on, and many of you have opposing opinions on. The cause of this, according to Greenblatt, is that parties cannot and refuse to come together to come to an agreement. They cannot talk to each other anymore, and it has gotten to the point where they can't even compromise. There's no compromise going on. And instead of solutions being created, more problems are being created. And the public as a whole is being left with open-ended, unanswered questions with no way of finding a solution. With all this information, it's easy to see how dangerous partisan politics are to a country. I believe that partisanship will destroy a country by dividing its people and its government. We should work towards bipartisanship if we want to see change and solutions. In my farewell of this speech, I leave you with the words of George Washington in his farewell address, according to Worthington. "In offering to you, my countrymen, these counsels of an old and affectionate friend, I dare not hope they will have a lasting and strong impression that I could wish. That they may now and then recur to moderate the fury of party spirit. This hope will be full recompense for the solicitude for your welfare by which it has been dictated."